Hi everybody, it's Dave here from Banded Badgers. This is something a little bit different. Now, if you're a fan of Free League, you may have already seen this being announced. This is Call of Cthulhu related. Now, this is called At the Mountains of Madness. This is volume 1. There is 2 volumes, and I'll show you volume 2 as we get closer to the end of this. We've got both of them. I will show you both. But this is a H.P. Lovecraft story. This was originally, Mountains of Madness was originally written in mid to late 1930s. So this has been around for quite a while. But Free League, working with Barringer, have done a version which is now available. You can grab this from the Free League store. You just go to freeleaguepublishing.com and go to the Call of Cthulhu section, and you'll be able to find this. Now, this is volume 1. This is volume 2. You can buy each of them separately for around 23 to 25 pounds each, or for the bundle you can get for 40 pounds. Okay, so you can get 2 for 40 or about 25 pounds each if you buy them separately. Now, I mentioned this is called Cthulhu. This was written way back in the 30s, so we are going back. But as it says here, you can see, where is it? Oh, 1936. There we go. One of the greatest classics of American horror literature. Now, a lot of what H.P. Lovecraft did was inspired in the films, various things. And you can see from this artwork, if you're a fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, this is kind of the story that you're going to get. This is an incredible story. I've never read it before, so I'm actually quite enjoying going into this, and we'll flick through some of the pages. But the main thing is the artwork. Now, this is a big book. If you're in the UK, you'll know what paper sizes are, like A4 and A3. So this is kind of newspaper size. This is, or broadsheet, or A3, whatever you want to call it. To give you a better idea, here's a book you're all probably familiar with. Here's a bit of D&D. There we go. So that's about A4, just bigger than A4 in size. This is much bigger, okay? This is not necessarily going to fit on your bookshelf, but with this artwork, you're going to want it on display. This is your coffee book table. Or your coffee table book, rather. So, I want to show you this as well. This is, I've absolutely fallen in love with this. I want to know everything about this. This is just incredible. Hopefully, we'll get to do some stories and interviews on this. Now, does come with a dust jacket. I want to show you this because this is just incredible. The writing, the text here, it says silver embossed print. I'm going to pull that off so you can see it there. And in the background, you can just make out another picture. So this picture is actually in the book itself, but you can see there's 3 people. It's based in the Antarctic. They are drilling. This is a drilling platform, and they've just pierced and opened up a cave. Now, what kind of evil things are going to be in there? Well, pick up the book and you'll find out, but I'll show you some pictures anyway. Illustrated by Francois Barringer, an incredible artist. And I just wanted to, I'm going to put this back in. There's nothing on the back. Some of this artwork does kind of peel over, and there's the spine for you. So it is a H.P. Lovecraft Free League print, At the Mountains of Madness, Volume 1. As I said, there are 2 volumes for you to pick up and check out. And it is a story. This is not an adventure. This is a novella, at the very least. This is not an adventure. It's not a campaign book. This is not a source book. This is a horror story. It was written in the 1930s. There's a great intro on here as well about all the things. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s with a lot of sci-fi horror, if you're a fan of The Thing, if you're a fan of Alien and Aliens, there's a lot of stuff that was generated here. And it's all connected to the old ones or the deep ones. Call of Cthulhu have picked up on this, obviously massively so. But I'm not going to read out the whole thing. You can read it for yourself. You can pause the video. That's perfectly fine. But this is a lovely, lovely book. Let's have a look at this. Here you go. A novella by H.P. Lovecraft. Volume 1. First publication, 1936. Reprinted 2020 and 2021. Now look at that. that just sets the scene. Beautifully written, beautifully presented, and you can imagine this as a proper cinematic. Look at that, and off they go. So they're putting together an exhibition. They're going to go explore in the Antarctic. Off they go, and you can see on the boats there, they've got some planes. So they've got some folding planes they're going to be using as they take off. And this is a university exploration. Look at this. It's almost real. It looks like photography. It is just beautiful. So they make camp. They get to where they're going to go. They're following in various journeys like Scott, and they're following the however we've managed to explore so far. And then they start digging around for samples, and they find the bits we've seen before, and then they find something a little bit different, and then they kind of want to find another area. They find mountains which are bigger than Everest. This is completely unexplored land. Here's our drilling tower that you see on the front cover. But look, boom, 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 boom. Look, it's just so big artwork. It is beautiful. This is now an A2 size book to read on the sofa. And this is done in a diary excerpts. How they radio to each other. Like the teams, they separate on purpose to cover more ground, and they start radioing the details into what they found. They as one team make discovery, the other team are busy just hanging by the radio. They don't want to go to sleep. They're just hearing about all these discoveries for the first time. Now we as the audience, we know it's going to go wrong. Now here's the bit that's on the front cover underneath the dust jacket. They've discovered a cave of something that hasn't been touched. This is the oldest thing on the planet. And thing is probably the right word here. And when they go in, they discover frozen corpses. But see if there's anything you recognise in there. A lot of stuff. Again, if you're a fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, you'll recognise some of this. If you haven't yet seen John Carpenter's The Thing, go and watch it. I even enjoyed the prequel. The prequel was done in 2011, 2012, I think. And I enjoyed that as well. But yeah. So, don't disturb the dead bodies. Why would you dig them out? Don't do that. It's bad news. As soon as we get to this part in the film, it's downhill now. Oof. And what happens? They're going to start to thaw out. But, not before they've done tissue samples, had a little bit of an autopsy, see what's inside. It's always the pattern of 5. Remember, there's triangles in the pattern of 5. That's what we learned from these films. See, the dogs know. The dogs understand. I love this as well. I love how this is, he's actually kind of, if this was a photograph or film, how he's even drawn the sleigh dogs, the reflective eyes, beautiful touches, and the setting sun just going down, those oranges and yellows. I mean, the camera probably does not pick that up, but it is so nice. And again, you look at the text, beautifully written, really, really nice. It's going to get hit by a storm. That's their camp. But, yeah. You see right there? Someone's out. There we go. The plane is up. You've got the Borealis above the clouds. Finding something. This is kind of where the idea of floating cities comes from as well, if you're familiar with that concept. Now they managed to catch up to that forward base camp, and it's just been wiped out by that storm. Or has it? Remember I said the 5 triangles here? There's a few interesting shapes and points coming up here and there. I actually haven't got to this part of the story yet, so I'm I've flicked through the artwork and I've read up a bit about it. Oh, there we go. Look, 1, 2, there's 3. There's possibly another one here. 4, possibly another one over there. That's 5. It's bad news. And they find a wreckage, but what's happened there? That's not a good sign. Now, is that going to be something? Is it going to be one of their party? Again, just again, if if you're a fan of, I'm going to mention it a few times. It's The Thing and Alien and Aliens. So, The Thing deals with the Arctic or Antarctic, and you always get this kind of frozen blood. But this just reminded me of the chestbursters. If this was described, if these he's finding these desiccated corpses which are frozen, and if this was described in the 30s, I wonder if that's where we got it in why we got it in Alien. More pictures of mountains, the skies, the desolation, and then they start to find something else, something that doesn't just predate man, but predates dinosaurs. There is a city on our planet that wasn't there before. Again, I'm going to mention Aliens again. If you've seen Prometheus and Covenant, it kind of taps into some of that. Look at these structures, and there's the plane just flying over. You got 2 guys in the plane seeing these for the first times. These ruined structures, which predates everything known to man at that point. Again, this is based in the 1930s. Triangle is huge symbolism in this thing. And I keep saying The Thing. I don't even mean to say The Thing. I just keep saying it. Again, beautiful artwork. And such a great story. The story is a bit of a sign of the times as well. And just because of the style it's written, the language it uses, the it's the 30s. It hasn't changed in terms of what we know has happened over the past nearly 100 years. I suppose about 85 years. And there we go. We have a brief breakdown at the back of the book. There's Lovecraft. Those of you who play Call of Cthulhu will recognise that. And he got a bit of blur about the writer. There's Barringer. Great artist. And there we go. So that is volume 1. So volume 2, exactly the same kind of profile. Let's just check under here. There's no difference on the back. We've got some different artwork because now they get to go down into that kind of city and discover what it's all there. Whatever civilization this was this the first humans? Are they here and were they worshipping things, or were they these kind of what we believe to be aliens, but are not actually aliens? There's just a civilization that predates us. The ones that we call the old ones, the deep ones. So, this is volume 2. As before, comes with a dust jacket. It is A3 in size. This time, this is a corridor with a whole series of corpses. That goes in there. Is that a page? No, that's a single. So same again, same intro. But this continues the story, so straight into the next chapter. Okay, this is a 2-volume story to get the whole thing, and that's it. But look at that. Imagine that. Well, I don't know if they're making a film of this, but based on this artwork, this could easily be cinematic storyboarding. The first 2 humans to discover this place. Incredible. However, if they are making a film of this, I am definitely going to be seeing this one. Again, 5-star tiers. Lots of tentacle things. They like lots of tentacles. Again, I haven't started reading volume 2 yet, so this is all new to me. But look at that artwork. And then you go into a bit of the deep ones, or the old ones. Potentially, this is underwater as well. Yeah, they had lived under the sea a good deal, building fantastic cities. So there's 2 types of life. Let's call them life forms. I keep saying things, which are called the old ones. There you go. More stones, stone carvings, stone edifice, telling the story. And now we have something else. So, if the ones that have wings are the old ones, they are obviously shooting lasers, look, down at these ones on the ground. And look, if you look in the skyline, ooh, and that's what we've always seen as Call of Cthulhu. That's what we tend to see. So that's interesting. The ones they call the old gods. I'm assuming they're going to tell some stories about what was here before us, with the old ones, or potentially based on translations, which is why they're carved in stone. And all these domes, all this city. So we saw the ruins in the first volume. This is all based underground. So again, incredible paintings. I'm hoping we get a chance to do some interviews, but I would really like to know how long it would take to create some of these paintings, these artworks. All these vistas, all these scapes look incredible. So here we are doing some research, finding out about what was going on as we kind of get these flashbacks. And look, wow. Flashbacks to what's going on. There's obviously a pathway there leading into the ice. Is that? Could be. On an absolutely huge scale. Look at those. Yeah. Trying to make notes, trying to survive. Again, everything is open to the elements here. Everything here is frozen. Oop. That doesn't look good. And there, so part of an earlier part of the story is they lost some of their party and some of their dogs. They lost them early on. And here, miles and miles and miles away from their base, which they flew from to get to this place, they find their companions, some of those people who went missing, neatly stacked in one of the areas underground in this city. So something is still alive. Here we go, chapter 10. I'm not sure if that's alive or dead or a statue, but that's obviously a penguin. But that looks like an alien penguin. That doesn't look like a normal penguin. And there we go. Yeah, I don't know if the reflections will get in the way there. But look, they walk into a chamber and they have a space system. The star map is charted on top of this ceiling. And you got some more penguins. I don't know yet if those penguins are frozen statues or anything, but yeah, that penguin here, it's got some ridges on his back. That doesn't look nice to me. That does not look like a healthy penguin. So go around finding more chambers. Here we got, so this is the image that's on the cover. Again, if you're into horror, sci-fi horror, you will absolutely love picking these up. They are great on display. And although we've only had family over, with lockdown and stuff like that, everyone has commented. I've had these out in the front room, which I probably shouldn't do, but they've all commented on how incredible these books look. Yep, something's definitely coming. Something's waking up. Something's in there. No, they're trying to make a getaway. Maybe those penguins are real. They look like They look like they've turned away from them. And yep, they pissed it off. Spoilers. It's too late for spoilers. You're already watching it. But looks like they get away. Chapter 12, potentially. It looks like something's coming. Something's trying to break through, I guess. Is that going to be other dimensional? Is it going to be outer space? Is it going to be a spaceship? But look at that. Again, beautiful artwork. The Miskatonic University. Oh no, there you go. It looks like it is certainly otherworldly. Something's trying to come through. Maybe that's what the Borealis really is. They're flying away from it. Whatever happens. Across the mountains. And there we go. That is the end of volume 2. So, as I mentioned, these are around £25 each. Go to freeleaguepublishing.com and you can pick them up for free for around £25 each. Or I think it's £40 for the bundle if you buy 2. Get them now, order them for Christmas and you'll have them. Absolutely beautiful books. Artwork is stunning and I hope you get to enjoy them as much as I have. Or pick up the original book. But I think the artwork on these just helps to sell the story. So until next time, enjoy that and goodbye.